The vegan collagen in this is actually going to heal your gut health.
What she's saying is technically illegal. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Clementina and I do nutrition and fitness content here on YouTube. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in nutrition sciences and a master's degree in food chemistry recently. Today we're going to talk about practical tips to improve your gut health without doing any wild damages to your bank account. This all started with a friend of mine sending me a TikTok by this influencer where she's also taking this specific tea bloat drink as a part of her morning routine.
The de-bloat drink that fixed my bloating in days. This is the recipe. I get so many questions on it, so I thought I'd run you through how I make it and all the steps.
Apparently, it's a combination of 3 supplements by Arbonne, green powder, a collagen skin supplement, and a gut health microbiome supplement. It comes in the form of a bundle with 30 servings of each supplement, and you're supposed to combine them to create this de-bloat drink. Green powders are like the it thing right now on the market. It seems that every supplement brand is coming out with a green powder supplement. I'm not going to be covering green powders in general, and I'm also not going to be talking about the elephant in the room that has definitely contributed to the rise of popularity in green powders, because he has technically said nothing wrong and nothing illegal while promoting the brand. This cannot be said for the influencer that this TikTok originated from, since she claims that these supplements can heal your gut.
So this is full of fiber, full of vitamins and minerals to help improve your digestion. And fiber is really important because it's kind of like a Monday for your digestive system. It's going to really clean you out and then set your stomach in a good state for then it to heal and also be prepared for all the food that you're about to intake in the day. And then the pre and probiotics, it's actually a symbiotic that helps heal your gut health. Not only is this going to grow your hair, make your skin really clear and glowing, it's also going to make your skin really soft, but the vegan collagen in this is actually going to heal your gut health.
What she's saying is technically illegal. Both the FDA and also the European Food and Safety Administration have stated that it is illegal to claim for supplements that they can prevent, cure or heal any disease. And while the brand itself, Arbonne, has a disclaimer under each supplement that the contents of these supplements have not been analyzed by the Food and Safety and Drug Administration and they cannot prevent, cure or heal any disease, influencers, I am sure it is due to a complete lack of unawareness, claim that this supplement can supposedly heal your gut. So let's see what's inside in this supplement for the great price of $182 for the bundle. This means that your morning de-bloat drink will technically cost you $6 each day, around $6, since it's for 30 days. Before I go into the supplement, I just want to state that supplements are technically not the problem here. I understand that each company is trying to make bank right now promoting gut health supplements, green powders and so on, but technically they have adhered to all the legal requirements, and the problem at hand here is that the way that these products are being promoted online. So starting off with the green powder supplement, 1 scoop contains a blend of 36 fruits and vegetables, and the brand likes to sort them by color, so you would be just with 1 scoop intaking the great content and phytonutrients, antioxidant from a huge variety of vegetables and fruits that you would probably not consume in the same meal. At the same time, it also contains prebiotic fiber. However, once you go over to the ingredients, you find out that from all of the vitamins, it contains a relatively low amount of vitamin A and vitamin C, around 1/10 of the daily requirement, and only 3 grams of fiber per serving, which is technically less than what you would get from eating a medium-sized apple. Then we can go over to the gut health supplement that is meant for digestion and microbiome support. Contains this strain of probiotics called Bacillus coagulans. I mispronounced that for sure. Also extracts from chicory roots, which is supposed to support the healthy gastrointestinal tract, and digestive enzymes to support digestion. It also contains the very disappointing 2 grams of fiber, so now the de-bloat drink already has 5 grams of fiber together with the green powder. On the topic of digestive enzymes, the research that has been done on them is mostly for people with gastrointestinal issues. Therefore, there is not enough science to back the fact that eating supplementary amounts of digestive enzymes would improve your digestion if you do not have an existing gastrointestinal gastrointestinal condition. On the other hand, there's some pretty good research behind the chicory root. It also contains some amount of ginger, and I believe ginger deserves a video on its own. It's shown to have many benefits, especially regarding its anti-inflammatory effects. Going over to the collagen builder, collagen has been proven to have some very beneficial effects on skin elasticity and skin hydration. I have an entire video talking about collagen supplements. It also contains hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, since vitamin C is very important for collagen production. So the collagen builder is something that you could actually consider separately from the other two supplements if you want to implement something extra into your skincare. It also contains a wild amount of biotin. I'm not sure if that's exactly necessary. Biotin is indeed important for skin appearance. I also mentioned this in my skincare video. It is something that you could also get in sufficient amounts if you're not eating a vegan or vegetarian diet, since it's very highly present in products like meat and eggs. To summarize, this debloat drink does not suffice to be a good multivitamin supplement. If you want to get an extra 6 grams of fiber through it, I guess that's okay, but I think that you could put your $182 to a better use and maybe use that money to buy more fruits and vegetables and generate naturally high fiber and high vitamin meals. So why do I talk so much about fiber? Fiber is one of the key components that could really make a difference in your gut health if you're not consuming enough of it. Fiber has been proven to have such a wide variety of benefits, starting from improving your insulin sensitivity, the lipid profiles, and reducing body weight, abdominal adiposity. Additionally, it has been proven to have anti-inflammatory effects, reduce cardiovascular risk, and significantly reduce the risk of developing colorectal cancer. It is non-digestible. Fiber essentially consists of non-digestible carbohydrates. We do not possess the enzymes to break down the fiber. Our gut microbiome has to ferment it in order to metabolize it so that it can be broken down. Therefore, the gut bacteria is stimulated. The recommended amount for fiber intake per day ranges between 25 and 32 grams per day for women and 30 to 35 grams per day for men. In European countries, the dietary fiber intake of adults was ranging between 18 and 24 grams per day for men and only 16 to 20 grams per day for women. This is much lower than what the recommended intake is stated to be. I believe that most people could really benefit from upping the fiber intake in their diet. It does require some additional thinking and planning when you have to construct your meals, but I'll be showing you now a sample day with 4 different meals that you can implement, which would then even give you more than 30 grams of fiber per day. Another thing that I recently started doing and has been gaining more attention recently is eating more fermented foods. Fermented foods naturally contain probiotics. This is why ingesting more of them could improve the composition of your microbiome. There are different fermented foods to choose from. The most popular ones are sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir as a drink, and so on. There has not been one specific fermented food that has been proven to have a larger impact than the other ones. Therefore, you are free to choose a fermented food that you actually like. My personal choice of fermented foods is kefir, and it is a yogurt drink. It's a bit more salty and sour compared to normal yogurt, but since it reminds me of the taste of my motherland, I actually really enjoy drinking it. Now I take around 250 milliliters of it per day, and I started like 5 days ago, so maybe in the future videos I might do an update if that actually led to some significant changes in my overall well-being. There are actually some very pretty recipes for kefir drinks on TikTok. You can also add, as you can see, strawberries, other fruits to it and make it cute. I prefer to drink it plain. Now we're getting into the sample foods. For breakfast, I'll usually be having this specific oatmeal. Depending on the fruit of choice, it will be between 10 and 12 grams of fiber just for this breakfast. So you've already eaten 1/3 of your daily fiber intake. This is already double the amount of the debloat drink that I previously presented. presented. For lunch, we're having this lentil curry. On the side, you can have whole wheat bread or rice. Just a note, I would add 2 boiled eggs to this, since after consuming the meal, I was still hungry. Then we're moving on to another lunch or dinner type of dish, basic salad that can be made in 5 minutes. On the sides, I had 2 whole grain toasts. This dish is very quick and simple, so you see that it does not have to be excessively complicated for you to reach the desired 30 grams per day. As a snack, you can literally have any fruit if you want. The most high fiber ones are pears, cranberries, apples are very high fiber as well, but just an orange or a banana would give you an extra 2 or 3 grams of fiber. And here, one bonus dish, because it deserves a very honorable mention. This is a chili, actually chili con carne, that my boyfriend makes very often, since he ate it once in the US and now he's just been making it for me every once in a while. As you can see, a dish that contains meat can also be very high in fiber depending on the products that you're using. One thing that I would not recommend doing for upping up your fiber intake is drinking chia seed water. This is a very recent experience of mine. I wanted to try this because chia seeds contain large amounts of fiber and I didn't feel like cooking anything, so doing this chia seed water hack seemed very logical. However, once I tried it, I got a very negative reaction in my stomach and started getting a lot of stomach reflux, started feeling very acidic, very nauseous. I believe this is due to the huge amount of fiber that was consumed by itself. So it would be better to consume small amounts of fiber at a time to not overload your tummy. It is also important to drink enough water if you're trying to up your fiber intake, since if you do not ingest enough water, it could actually have the opposite effect and lead to constipation. I hope that you learned something until now and that you understood that making some improvements in your gut health, really taking small steps and very cost-effective steps, can make a bigger difference than buying a $180 supplements bundle. It's also a reminder to not believe anything that you see online and do your own research before ordering anything, since the people that are being paid to recommend these things are not professionals. I do not believe that they have researched this prior to that before investing any large amounts of money. Remember to look up all of the ingredients to make sure that it is actually worth it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and let me know down in the comments below if you're interested in a specific topic that I could do a research on next. One more thing, I recently made a Fiverr account where I offer my nutrition planning services. You can go and check that out and actually contact me if you want me to create a meal plan for you. I am a nutritionist. This is very important to mention. I am not a certified dietitian. The main differences is that if you have any severe health conditions such as kidney disease, fatty liver disease, anything that will require really specific meal planning, then you would have to go to a registered dietitian, and you should not be coming to me since I'm not authorized to do that, and it would be technically illegal on my side. However, if your main goal is just to improve your lifestyle, lose weight, gain some weight as a part of a muscle building and so on, you can totally contact me and then I can create a meal plan tailored to your lifestyle, your habits and your liking. Bye bye, see you next time.